Welcome to episode 20 of the Life Coaching with Ryan Book Club. We are reading The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning by Margareta Magnusson, presuming I pronounced it correctly. I was not able to do a book club episode on Thursday or Friday as I was traveling. So you're going to get a double dose. Today, instead of doing just around 25 pages, we're going all the way from page 46 to page 83. My goal being to get this book done by Monday so that it will be done before the end of the month. I might try to sneak one in while I'm in San Diego this weekend, but no promises. Page 46 to 83, Margareta focused on a few different topics, mostly where to give your items, to whom to give your items, the types of items you might give, and had a little aside about pets that was unfortunately rather depressing. But let's jump into it. So, she praises the vintage movement. She thinks it's great that people are grabbing what are essentially hand-me-downs, and she was amused that people are getting rid of new clothes and spending extra for clothes with holes in them. They're not repairing clothes anymore. They're looking for damaged clothes. She thought it was very amusing. But I was very excited that we were producing theoretically less waste as younger generations have these fashion trends where they go to secondhand stores and find really cool older stuff. So she was excited about that. She made a major point to talk about not giving items to people who don't want them, i.e. don't just get rid of your stuff. And she also said don't accept items from people that you don't want either. And she has some interesting insights later that I'll get to in a minute. She spent some time, considerable time, on recipes and how she has disposed of most of her recipes because she can just find stuff on Google. But simultaneously, what she held on to is something that, my interpretation, she kind of bemoans the loss of generational knowledge. There's some recipes that are just generic recipes that anyone can get. But she had recipes collected from all over the world that were quite old. And she also had recipes from her local neighbors, a region in Sweden. And she was sad at the idea of these not continuing on. People never seeing these again. Whatever the local produce was that wasn't outside of that area, recipes for that, things of that nature. She kind of wanted there to be local and generational memory. She also wants people to learn to enjoy things without possessing them. When you see that shiny thing in the window, be able to look at it and go, oh, that's beautiful, and not feel compelled to buy it. Because you're really not going to look at it or use it all the time. It's probably going to go in a drawer, so that's just silly. I thought that was just good practical advice, period. Not to focus on possessiveness, whether that's people, places, or things. We don't have control over everything, and so just let it go. Enjoy it while you got it and let it go. She also said, do I really need this? That's a question to ask yourself. Do I really need this? If you do really need it, and it's not just like to have it, if you're actually going to use it, then great. But if you're not going to use it, you're just going to stick it in your junk drawer, why spend the money and why collect more crap? A note on dildos. She talks about vices and how vices essentially should be no one's but your own. When she went through her mother's stuff and found cartons of cigarettes, that's just silly. If you go through your grandfather's stuff and find some women's underwear, fine, sure, whatever. I find her sense of humor very amusing. And she brings up dildos. She said, why do you have 15? Just keep your favorite and get rid of the rest. really, I think the point was your vices don't have to be anyone else's burdens. If you make choices that don't harm anybody, cool, great, fine, whatever. But if you're stashing things away only to be found upon your death, keep your secrets to your secrets and just get rid of it. The risk of sentimentality. She cleared out her husband's tools, and because she had no sentimental attachment to the tools and had other things of his that were much more valuable to her, it was easy for her to get rid of that stuff. And she doesn't directly, but she indirectly warns against sentimentality because it's going to lead you to keep a bunch of crap you don't need. She also warned against sentimentality, i.e. being nice to people who give you crap you don't want. Because if you do the pity display, where you take that thing out that was a gift just when that person is over, they're probably going to give you more of that crap that you don't want because they're going to think you like it. So just be upfront and tell them you don't like it. There is, of course, the other option, which is white elephant. She did not bring that up. As I was reading page 70, I thought, this is a solution to your junk drawer. Go to a white elephant party and give it all away. And if you're not familiar with white elephant, in short, it's where people bring unwanted items, though some people do a nicer version where it is wanted items, and you pick them at random. And there is some stealing that can be done, depending on the rules you play with. But it's just for fun. Every once in a while, someone finds a treasure in a white elephant pile. But anyway, I found that very amusing. Lastly, there's a difference between collecting and hoarding. Collecting, sure. Hoarding, hell nah. People will value the things you collect if it's a genuine collection. There are other people who are likely interested in the same things you are, and they will find value in it. Hoarding is just a bunch of crap in piles. No one wants to have to deal with that when you're gone. Additionally, when you are developing your collections, consider not just assuming that someone is going to want it and push it upon them, because it may be a hoard to them, right? One person's trash is another's treasure. Well, someone's treasure is someone else's trash. So again, consider who you're giving it to. I really want to bring on my biz bestie, Preeti, who you've seen me interview before if you've watched past episodes. She is a minimalist, and she informed me that she can fit her entire life into 2 bags and jump on a plane at a moment's notice. Carry on, overhead. I don't think that could possibly be true, but I'm going to talk to her about how she does it, because thinking about collections and hoarding and just things, I want to know how she does it. I think I have some things to learn from her. Question to you. Do you have items, or rather, what items do you have that you know no one else will value, at least not who are close to you, that you're simply going to have to get rid of? Next section, she's actually going to talk about photographs. Kind of a big deal. So I hope you are having a wonderful night. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will be talking to you very, very soon. Ciao.